Hello, Saints. Hello again. It's really great to see everyone. All right. I'm on a roll lately. Okay. Popping out with another video. This one's going to be, I'm going to try to, I think my videos are pretty long, so I'm trying to become less wordy and just get to the point quickly. Because I know everybody's busy and I don't want to waste anyone's time. But today's topic is a very interesting one. Okay. I'm going to be talking about the seals in Revelation. A lot of people think that the seals are a part of the Great Tribulation, which I don't think it is, because by seal six, there's distinctively descriptions that says, "Oh, the princes, the kings of the earth, they went into their caves. They know that the wrath of God has come." Okay, so I believe that's going to be the punishment from God, God's judgment. It's the wrath, if you ask me, like where I find the rapture in the Revelation. I find the rapture in Revelation between seal six and seal seven. And is that great multitude that came out of the great tribulation. It didn't say if they came out of the great tribulation in the middle, in the end, or in the beginning. Uh, I believe is in the beginning. Okay, I don't think we're gonna go through the great tribulation. I think we come out in the beginning, but that is the section in which I feel that is the rapture in Revelation. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just how I see it, because John made a particular reference in Revelation, again, asking one of the angels, hey, asking one of the elders, who are those? Who are those big multitude of people? And the elder said, they came out of the Great Tribulation. Okay, so I think that's a very high probability of that being the rapture. So therefore, okay, if we do believe that the AC, okay, the Antichrist is already here, then let's assume that seal one has already been broken, okay, and the rider on the white horse has already been out conquering and riding. Now, I'm just going to try to prove to you guys, not through scripture, but through actual what's happening in this world right now, that I feel like we are actually about to go through seal six. Okay, I think seal one through five have already been open, and I'm just going to speak some facts to justify what I'm saying. So, if we are assuming that the rider on the white horse has already went out and started riding, okay, and remember, the guy was in power way before just now, right? This is technically the second time. So let me just speak for Seal 2, right? Seal 2 is the war, right? Essentially, conflicts, right? Um, by 2024, okay, so these are statistics that I researched. By 2024, there are 61 active state-based conflicts with major death. Okay. This is the highest number since World War II. And we're not even at a full-blown World War III yet. Okay. Um, and from those 61 active state-based conflicts, okay, 15 is classified as large-scale war, meaning ones with really high body counts. Okay. Seal three, which is inflation, right? Don't harm the wine, don't harm the oil, but for the food and everything, high super inflation that will not affect the rich. Essentially, that's what seal number three is, right? Well, let me give you some statistics. Currently, there are 295 million people food in acute food um scarcity, like not like by a small degree, but like in some serious trouble. Okay. And as of right now, okay, there are already many nations in which a day's food cost a day's wages. Let me give you an example. Some countries, Argentina, Zimbabwe, Sudan, Turkey, Egypt, Pakistan, Nigeria, just to name a few. Okay, these are the ones that I actually found and did analysis for. In those countries, your day's wage can only buy you a day's food. So it's already here. Just because we have not experienced that does not mean that it does not exist in this world. Okay. Now, seal four is when everything I view seal four as all the things that beforehand combining, intertwining together to cause massive amount of death. It said a fourth of the earth will be affected. It didn't say a fourth of mankind will die. Okay. It said a fourth of the earth will be killed by famine, blah, 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 blah. It didn't never say how many people killed. It's just a fourth of the earth. So let's go through that right now. Okay. When you combine currently, there are 15 nations with large scale war with really high, extremely high body counts, like more than like 1,000, per month, whatever, how they decided. This is something that I researched. 15 countries are in that. And there are roughly, not a definitive, but roughly 35 countries in total food crisis right now. Okay. In total food crisis right now. Added together, okay, that's 50 countries roughly. There are only 195 countries in this world. 50 divided by 195 is 25%. Okay, not exact, but around 25%. Okay, so that's already a fourth of this earth, guys. All right. So, I just want people to, really wake up and see the times. I mean, we live in the United States. It's we didn't, aside from Pearl Harbor, America was the only place that was preserved during World War II. Essentially, every other part of the world was basically like completely destroyed, right? So we're very lucky, but just because we are not starving or we are not being persecuted, I think thinking that, oh, unless we are persecuted and martyred, revelation has not happened. It's a very arrogant thing to say, guys, because there are so many brothers and sisters around the world of all different races, all different creeds. And let me just go through CO 5 right now, which is martyrdom. In throughout the history of mankind from after Jesus, so in this 2000 period, there has been roughly 70 million Christians who are martyred, with more than half of those 70 million happening in the 20th century. All right, guys. And just this year, 5,000, close to 5,000 Christians lost their lives in one country, Nigeria. All right. So currently, right now, as we speak, there are approximately 380 million Christians around the world that faces some level of persecution from extreme to light. It does not include America. Whatever we experience here, that's not persecution, guys. All right. From light to heavy, there's 300 million Christians facing that right now. And then I just find it really, really sad to hear a lot of American Christians, us, right? We feel like, oh, the tribulation hasn't started. So all those 380 million Christians who are suffering from persecution, so they don't matter? Only when we feel it, it will be in time? Like their suffering doesn't count for anything? I just I can't swallow that and feel peace, right? Um, I've had the pleasure to live in several different countries, all right? I worked around the world for pretty much 15 years, so it's only been the past 3, 4 years I came back to the US. So I've seen a lot, guys, and I think we are already in the seals. I mean, if is going to happen before the end of the year or early 2026, and I can't find the rapture anywhere else in Revelation except for that one instance by seal 6 and seal 7. You clearly see the 144 mark. You clearly see the big great multitude in heaven. You clearly see the sun gets darkened, the moon gets darkened, a third of the stars fall. It's exactly what was described in the other parts of the scriptures when it's talking about the rapture. Okay. I also believe in, that there's two raptures, one in the beginning and one at the end. All right. One is for the Gentiles and the other one, because Jesus at the end deals with Jews, right? His elect as well. So, but that's something that, I'm not adamant about that. We can argue another time. Well, not argue. We could talk about this or further explore another time. But in this video, I just want to say that it is my personal belief that we are already in the seals and we have already we're about to experience seal 6. So essentially seal 1 through seal 5 have already been opened. And I haven't even mentioned all the different the things that actually was brought about by COVID. Okay. It's not just COVID that people died from, but I think you guys know this. It's something called an excess death. And there are a lot of health experts online that basically keep tracks of this. So, last figure that I'm going to give. So, right now, based on the two estimates I got, low ball parking is 15 million, high ball parking is 30 million. So the whole world is experiencing 15 to 30 million excess death than normal in the past couple years, right? 15 to 30 million excess death. And this is not counting the fact that, remember, guys, during COVID, China didn't really publicize any of its figures. So if we include whatever hypothetical figures that might have come out of China, that figure will be higher. Okay, that figure will be higher. So I don't think in the history of mankind we have ever witnessed so many deaths. All right. So I believe the pale horse is already, the seal is already opened. And that's just from COVID. All right. And then the wars that I talked about, this didn't even take into account nations that are actually that have extreme protests and social instability right now. I actually didn't include them. That will be a lot more. That will make the country count a lot higher. Okay. So I'm going to end it now. I just want to encourage everybody again. Our king is coming. Okay. But I hope everyone can stay a little bit flexible regarding in-time learning because based on how little we know. But based on all the facts that I just said, and you guys can go research this stuff for yourself, I, these numbers prove that the seals are already opened. And it's just that we're not experiencing that in the developed Western world, but for the rest of the world, the Revelation seals is very much a reality right now. Okay. So with that said, I hope everyone have a blessed day. Okay. Jesus is coming. Keep on, don't stop looking, don't stop waiting, and don't stop being blessed. All right. You are blessed from the day of your belief, and that blessing is eternal for all the believers. So stay blessed, and I hope to see all of you guys in the air.